Hey there, guys. So I want to thank you, as always, for joining our midweek, midday live stream. So, before I do get started with, of course, discussing today's topic that we're going to be talking about, which is over harnessing the power of micro workouts, and this is going to be a unique topic. So, definitely keep this in mind and take notes on this one. But before I do mention all of that, I do want to mention, of course, my website, which is bponlinefitness.com. It's here on the screen. And of course, on there, you can find out a ton of information related to online coaching, a little bit about my services and what I have to offer. You can also check out the latest live stream, which is always posted on the homepage. This live stream will be uploaded there soon. You can check out my other sort of blog, like my blog post, anything related to signing up to the email list or anything of that sort. There's a ton of information that you can find out there and learn more about how online coaching can help you reach your fitness goals. So definitely check that out. Again, it's bponlinefitness.com. So, with all that being said, guys, let's go ahead and get started with talking about today's topic, which is harnessing the power of micro workouts. So, what this topic is mainly about is how you can use sort of a small amount of time to do a small amount of workouts for maximizing your fitness goals, even if you are basically limited on time, I guess I should say. So that's what we're going to be talking about today is micro workouts. So micro workouts are basically short and high intensity exercise sessions designed to maximize your fitness gains in minimal time. These bite-sized workouts typically last anywhere from 5 to 15 minutes and are crafted to deliver maximum impact through focused, efficient exercises. Whether you're a busy professional, stay-at-home parent, or someone looking to break the monotony of traditional workout routines, micro workouts offer a flexible and effective solution. So, one thing I do want to mention is when it comes to micro workouts, this is a great sort of launching pad for building a workout routine and for basically getting into a structured workout routine if you've not sort of had any sort of structure before. This is a great, sort of point to start with, or just a jumping off point into building a sustainable workout routine in the long term. So, what are the benefits of micro workouts? Of course, the first one is time efficiency. So, a convenient micro workout session lasts 5 to 10 minutes, with each exercise allotted 30 to 60 seconds. You can fit in 5 to 10 exercises during these short sessions. And a lot of times, when you think of, sort of short sessions or exercises where you're doing them, in a consistent sort of back to back, those are basically like circuits. Another thing that you could sort of think of is like HIIT training, high intensity interval training. It's sort of that same concept where you're doing a specific workout, you're performing that workout for that duration of time, and then you're moving on to the next workout with sort of minimal rest in between. And that's basically what these micro workouts are. They're basically like a circuit or interval in 5 to 10 minutes, basically. Consistency and adherence. Micro workouts are super short, making them easier to fit into daily routines. Unlike longer workouts, which can be overwhelming, micro workouts lower the barrier to entry. Again, this is a great starting point. If you do not have a structured workout routine, or if you're just not used to having a structured workout routine, this is the best place to start. It's better to start small than to sort of overwhelm yourself and plan out everything like having hourly workouts each day. Start small, get adjusted to those workouts, and then as you get adjusted, you will find ways into integrating a little bit more time to perform, larger workouts. So start with this sort of method and then go from there. So improved focus and intensity. Intense exercise engages more muscle fibers and elevate heart rate, leading calorie burn and improved fitness. High intensity exercises like sprinting or burpees challenge your body. Moderate intensity exercises such as brisk walking maintain a steady effort. So keep in mind when we're talking about anything related to micro workouts, these are going to be quite intense. The reason being is you want to have an effective workout while being able to do it in a shorter amount of time. And so that's why with these micro workouts, they're very high intensity. So keep that in mind that it is going to be a really fast paced sort of workout. However, you're going to get it done pretty quick because you're doing it, in rapid succession and you're not really taking much rest. But be prepared, for that sort of type of workout because this it does take a lot of energy to do. I've done high intensity interval training before. And again, like I mentioned, micro workouts are sort of in that same vein. And high intensity workouts they can be effective, but they are hard. So keep that in mind. But again, if you are somebody who's really wanting to get started, this is a great start, jumping off point. Scientific backing. Studies have shown that micro workouts throughout the day can be effective alternative to traditional exercise. Studies have shown that accumulating short bouts of exercise throughout the day can have positive effects on cardiovascular health. For example, research indicates that splitting 30 minutes of daily exercise into 3 10-minute sessions can be just as effective in improving cardiovascular fitness as performing a single continuous session. And that's another thing that you can do. Even if we're not really talking about, you know, well, it would still be in the same vein, but splitting your workouts, you know, into short little bursts throughout the day is another great way. If you have time throughout the day where you can do a 10-minute here, 10-minute maybe in the middle of the day and the 10-minute towards the end of the day, then that's a great way to still get a full routine, but doing it in short bursts throughout the day. So if you can do that, that's even better. So keep that in mind that even if you don't have a full amount of time, like if you don't have a free full 30 minutes, you can split out those 10 minutes throughout the day to get an even more well rounded routine outside of just the normal micro workout that's 10 to 15 minutes. Micro workouts can help regulate blood sugar levels and improve metabolic health. Frequent bouts of exercise significantly reduces blood sugar levels in individuals with insulin resistance, some studies have shown, which is a key factor in managing diabetes. Another thing to keep in mind, even with a small amount of exercise, it is going to drastically change, a lot of different factors, a lot of just your overall health in general. Once you sort of build that, routine, even small amounts of exercise are going to make a difference in how you feel. And of course, with helping your overall health, your health, your metabolic health, you know, reducing that blood sugar, anything of that sort, even just the small amount of exercise, getting that routine in is going to make a difference. So, practical benefits and adherence as it relates to micro workouts. So, micro workouts can be integrated into busy schedules, eliminating the common excuse of not having enough time to exercise. Again, when we're talking about time, this is really easy to integrate because as long as you have 5 to 10 minutes, and we all have that amount of time that we can set aside, you can do this type of exercise training method basically. They can be performed almost anywhere, whether at home, the office, or even while traveling. A lot of times with HIIT training or circuit training, a lot of times they do involve body weight. They involve a little bit of it like speed, agility, quickness type training, as well as some stability, mobility, flexibility type exercises. A lot of times that's what they involve, is those types of exercises. So keep that in mind. So there's not really not really weightlifting that's technically involved in these. So they can be done multiple times throughout the day, as we just mentioned, promoting consistency without overwhelming the individual. The brief nature of micro workouts makes it easier for individuals to start and stick with a routine. Again, this is a great jumping off point, building a routine. Even short bursts of intense activity can improve cardiovascular health, especially when performed regularly. And you're going to get a lot of benefits, even if you're doing 5 to 10 minutes of exercise a day. That sort of adds up. If you think about it, let's say you work out for at least 5 days a week, you're going to get just about 30 minutes of exercise for that week. So that's a good starting point of getting, a good amount of exercise weekly as well. So types of micro workouts, and I sort of just discussed this somewhat. However, there's other methods to keep in mind, and resistance band workouts is one thing I did not mention. However, of course, I mentioned high intensity interval training, and then I mentioned body weight exercises. So the types of micro workouts, high intensity interval training. So this is short, intense bursts of exercise followed by brief rest periods. So an example would be 20 seconds of sprinting followed by 10 seconds of rest, repeated for 4 minutes, which is a Tabata. That is basically a type of HIIT training, and it's done in a short period of time. It's really known as Tabata training, but it is basically a high intensity short burst workout. 30 seconds of jumping jacks followed by 30 seconds of rest. So that's an example. That's done for 4 minutes. Really simple. So the benefits of this high intensity interval training is it improves cardiovascular fitness, burns calories quickly, and enhances metabolic rate. So a lot of times with these micro workouts, cardiovascular health is going to be a major benefit because you are doing really rapid movements a lot of times with these workouts. So body weight exercises, exercise using body weight for resistance. Examples can include push-ups, squats, lunges, and planks. This when we're talking about body weight exercise, this is somewhat different than high intensity interval training. Whereas with HIIT training, we're focusing a little bit more with cardio and very swift and quick movements. Body weight exercises is almost basically the same as thinking about strength training and weightlifting because we're using our own body weight as resistance. So, an example, like I mentioned, push ups, squats, lunges, and planks. So the benefits of these is, of course, you're going to build strength, versus what you're going to versus HIIT training, where it's more focused on cardiovascular fitness. So these can still be done anywhere without equipment, and it's going to improve muscle tone as well. Resistance band workouts, again, this is sort of in the same vein as bodyweight exercises, where we're using something for resistance to build strength and muscle. So you're using elastic bands that's to be able to create resistance. So an example of these could be bicep curls, tricep extensions, shoulder presses, leg lifts with bands. So you may not be aware that you can do a lot of traditional, free weight workouts like that you would do with a dumbbell or a barbell, that you can do those with resistance bands. Again, there's a ton of different options you can do. If you don't have access to equipment or if you don't have access to a gym, there's a lot of options out there to get started. So the benefits of this is going to be, of course, to improve muscle strength, enhance flexibility, and of course, it's portable and versatile. So you can get resistance bands very easily. You can take them anywhere. I mean, it's very minimal equipment that you would need if you decided to sort of try out resistance bands. I've had clients where I've assigned them workouts to do resistance bands. If they lack a certain amount of equipment, they're very effective if you don't have equipment and you're just starting out. So just keep that in mind. And especially if you're new to weightlifting, resistance bands are a good starting point as well because you're least likely to get injured when it comes to resistance bands because you're not really using external weight. You're using a lot of your body weight and a lot of just the resistance from the band. So keep that in mind that it's a very good starting point too for weightlifting based motions like a bicep curl and the tricep extension. It's a great starting point there as well. So designing a micro workout. A typical micro workout consists of three main parts: warm up, main workout, and cool down. And this can be the same for other workouts as well outside of micro workouts. But we're just going to primarily focus on this. So your warm up phase would be to prepare the body for exercise, increase the heart rate, reduce that risk of injury. And this is going to include some light cardio. This could be jumping jacks, high knees, dynamic stretches, which would be arm circles, leg swings, anything of that sort would be considered a warm up. Your main workout is choosing exercise based on the goal. So there can be different types of ways that you can approach this. Like I've mentioned in the past, and like I mentioned with my clients that I work with, a lot of times they'll do workout splits. And the way that workout splits work is that they would target a specific set of muscles a day in a particular day. So, like you've got back and biceps workout, chest and triceps. You could also separate it as like push, pull, legs. There's different splits that you can do. So, this is all sort of dependent on your goal as well. So, choose exercises based on the goal. For a full body workout, include exercises that target different muscle groups. Decide on the duration for each exercise and rest period. Your cool down is to gradually lower your heart rate and promote recovery, general stretching, hamstring stretch, quad stretch, deep breathing exercises. So, again, or when we're talking about the warm up and cool down, it's basically the direct opposite. The warm up is to help to prepare your body for the exercise. The main workout is what we're focusing on that particular day, and then the cool down is just to gradually lower your heart rate and get your body back into a normal rhythm, basically. So that's just the simple structure. And what you need to decide from there is the duration of the specific workouts that you're going to do, whether you're focusing on a split, how many workouts you're doing, what types of muscles you're going to target. That's going to be what you're going to have to design. But the proper structure would be to have a warm up, your main workout, and then a cool down. So implementing a micro workout. So implementing micro workouts involves integrating short, high intensity exercise sessions into your daily routine. So the way that you can do this is analyze your daily routine to find short periods of free time during breaks, before meals, and after waking up. This can be done really easily if you can, like at work, or if you have a short amount of time where you can exercise, it can easily be done and integrated into your routine. Early in the morning, 5 to 10 minutes early in the morning, in the afternoon. There's so many ways that you can integrate this into your routine. Select the types of workouts, micro workouts that align with your goals. Hit strength training, stretching, whatever aligns with your goals, pick those types of workouts. Develop a set of routines that you can rotate to keep your workouts varied and engaging. So sort of like a periodization. This is what I do with my clients as well. Their workouts, constantly change every 4 to 5 weeks. And this is to allow the muscles to continuously be challenged and not to fully, adapt completely, but they're always being challenged and being able to sort of develop more strength and, overall adaptation, of the muscles. So keep that in mind, that it's not only going to help with keeping the exercise engaging, of course, but it helps to build muscle at the same time, because your body can get adjusted to a daily routine if you don't change up your exercises. So that's important as well. So some of the misconceptions and myths related to micro workouts: no equipment means no results. So this is a myth. Many effective micro workouts use body weight exercises that require no equipment. So push-ups, squats, lunges, and burpees can provide a challenging and comprehensive workout. Again, with that type of workout using body weight, you're still using some form of resistance. Resistance is still being used, so you're still going to gain muscle. Now, when we're talking about an overall structured, weightlifting or bodybuilding routine, you are going to have more equipment down the road. That doesn't mean that using no equipment is not going to bring you any results. So, not enough for weight loss. This is definitely a good myth. Not a good myth, but it's a good point to mention as it relates to myths for micro workouts. So, not enough for weight loss. Consistency and intensity are key factors in weight loss. Micro workouts, especially those involving HIIT, can burn a significant number of calories in a short period and boost metabolism contributing to weight loss when combined with a healthy diet. Especially if your goal is focusing on weight loss and you don't have a structured routine, this is a great start. Like doing HIIT training is very effective. It can be done really quickly in a short amount of time. I used to do HIIT training like whenever during, like in 2020 with the pandemic, I used to do HIIT training and it was very effective. Like it was a great workout because of course I couldn't go to the gym, so I wanted to find ways that I could still exercise. And that's what I would usually do is I would do HIIT training, and it's very effective. If you don't, have any place to go, if you don't have access to a gym, it's very effective doing HIIT training, especially if you're focusing on weight loss, because it's going to help to burn calories in such a short amount of time, and it's going to boost that metabolism. So only cardio and no strength. So like we just mentioned, you still can get strength training outside, of using, out, outside of just a normal workout routine like with weightlifting. So you're still going to have body weight and resistance bands which use some form of resistance. So micro workouts can be tailored to focus on strength training. Body weight exercises, like we just mentioned, like push ups, planks, and squats, can build muscle and strength effectively in short sessions. So keep that in mind as well. So that's pretty much all I have for you guys today. Again, I hope that you found this valuable and helpful and that it's something that you can take note of, especially if you don't have a workout routine that you're following. Sort of keep that in mind. There's a ton of options out there, and this is a great jumping off point to get started, to really, get started with the routine and find something that works for you, even if you have a busy schedule. So definitely try this out. If you have any questions, feel free to reach out. I do have my number and my website on here, of course. Again, visit my website. It's bponlinefitness.com. Ton of great information there on how online coaching can help you reach your fitness goals. I do, of course, still have my 30% off, which will be going on into next week, which it will end at the beginning of next week. So keep that in mind. So if you're ready to get started, definitely reach out to me at least in the next few days if you want to get access to that 30% off. But with all that being said, guys, that's all I have for you. I do have another live stream that'll be coming up next Wednesday at 12 p.m. Central Standard Time, and I will share that event pretty soon so that you can RSVP to it. But that's all I have for you guys, and I will see you guys next week in the next live stream.